Hey guys, it's Bren, and I'm here with my post-burn review of the Bath & Body Works candle, Roasted Chestnut and Cherries. This is one that doesn't come with a lid. It just has this little plasticky insert thing that does not have chestnuts or cherries on it, but it comes in a pretty nice, festive, holiday, red ribbed glass. It's not up close, like super expensive looking. You can see the seams in it and whatnot, but it's pretty nice. Now, this one retails for $26.50. Most of the candles retail for $22.50, and at the last candle sale, they were all $10 off, so normally you can get them for around $12.50. This was $16.50. I threw it in with a $12.50 candle and a $1 something and ended up taking 10 off 30. This ended up being $11. That's still more than I like to pay for their candles, but I did it because it was something new, and I do think this is a new scent, so I wanted to try it out, review it for you. Now, this candle took me on a bit of a roller coaster, so I'll just kind of start at the beginning with my thoughts, work my way through how I felt about it, and we'll end up where I am now, which is about 2/3 of the way through this candle. I just put it out. It's still warm. So the first time that I went into the store to smell this, it was one of those days where I went in there looking for a lot of different things, so I smelled a lot of things, and I kind of had sensory overload going on. But when I first smelled the candle, what I got from it was caramel and maybe you would call it toffee. Caramel, toffee, a little bit salty, very much like a sweet dessert type of scent. So I posted that thought to Instagram, and some people agreed with me. Some people had other thoughts on it. Tina Divalicious, we always have very similar thoughts. We have very similar noses. He agrees. He thinks it's very much like a caramel scent, a salty caramel. Not exactly like their salted caramel candle, but just like actual salted caramel. Sean, though, we pick up different things sometimes with our noses, and he was saying that he got much more of like a nutty pistachio almond kind of feel. Some people said that they thought they actually got cherry. I wasn't feeling the cherry the first time I smelled it. So fast forward a few days, I went back to the store, and this time I had it right for this candle. And smelling it with a fresh nose, I did feel like I got a little more from it the second time. I still felt like very much, first and foremost, it was caramel, toffee type of scent, but I got the nuttiness the second time, and I was like, okay, I can see this kind of smelling like a caramel toffee nut dessert, but there was something that was maybe a little pistachio about it. Now, very, very, very much in the way, way, way background, like 3% or something. Maybe there was something that could be interpreted as cherry. And I've said this many times on my channel because one of my very, very, very favorite scents, probably my favorite scent of all time, is like almond extract. Anything like amaretto, I love. Probably the best candle for that would be Yankee Pure Radiance Toasted Almond if you're looking for one that's strong. There's a few others out there that are pretty close, but I'm always looking for a good almond extract type of candle. But almond extract, you may know, it smells a lot like maraschino cherry in a way, and that, maybe just a little, like a hint of the nuttiness in this candle was leaning towards almond and leaning towards something that could be interpreted as cherry. But it was just like beneath that caramel, toffee, initial nut that's kind of like a pistachio or whatever. It's like way down deep. It's not at all like the Black Cherry Merlot or Cherry Blossom Sangria or a cherry like that at all. I wouldn't like it if it was, I don't think. I haven't really liked any of those candles. Cherry Limeade, didn't like that. So I brought it home, and the more that I sniffed it on cold sniff, the more I started to like it, and the more that I smelled it, the more complex the scent became, and the more I started to smell all those layers. So I lit it up. And I was scared the first time that I lit it up because Sean had said that his was really light, and I was like, gosh, I can't deal with another light candle. So I lit it up, and first burn, it was doing really well. It took a while to pull out. And at first, it started throwing like an 8 or 9, like really strong. But it was just that caramel toffee scent. However, when I let it keep going, about an hour into it, I swear the scent got more complex. And then it started to become very nutty, still caramel and toffee, but like with pistachio, with almond. And I felt like it was just more of a complex scent the longer that I let it go. Now, here's the weird thing. From far away, I smelled just like caramel. But the closer that I got to the candle, the more complex it became. When I was sitting just a few feet away from it, that's when I could smell all the nuttiness. And when I got really, really close and like waved it in my face, that was when I could get something that is kind of like that almond extract borderline cherry scent. And so it's almost like some of the notes in this candle throw far and some of them don't, because up close I could get so much more from the candle from what I smelled when I was across the room. But I could smell it across the room. Now, I didn't get too excited because of the marshmallow pumpkin latte candle disaster where everybody said it was really light, but on first burn, mine was throwing like a 7, so I was so excited and I shouted it to the rooftops on Instagram, mine's really strong, and then like every subsequent burn after the first one, it was a total dud. So I was a little afraid that this was going to do that, and it kind of did. So let it burn for 3 hours, throwing like an 8.5. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to get more of this scent. I really like it. It's strong. I was excited, but trying not to get too excited. So then I put it out probably like hours later. Like that was during the day. Way later into the evening, I relit it. And then, of course, it was not throwing an 8.5. It was throwing like a 3. And I was like, what in the heck? What is with these candles that are so strong on first burn? And then what happens? And then I can't get them to throw again. Well, luckily, it's come back a little because then I felt like it was getting a little stronger. Third burn, fourth burn, it's back up around like a 5 or a 6. Tonight when I had it going, I would have given it like a 7. So it's done this weird thing with me. I don't know if it's me. It could be just me. It could be that on first burn, it was a new scent, new to my nose. I wasn't used to it. And then a few hours later when I relit it, I hadn't left the house. And so maybe like my nose was just kind of used to the scent, so I wasn't able to smell it. And then the next day after I'd left and come back and all this stuff, I lit it. I could smell it again a little better. I don't know, but that's my experience with it. I do feel like it definitely has declined a little bit since the first burn, but I would safely say that the candles ended up throwing like, let's say a 7. Let's give it a 7 on average. It's medium high. It's doing a little better than I expected, a lot better than a lot of the other candles I've gotten from them recently. It's worthy. It's worthy. It's throwing good enough. And the more that I burn it, again, the more that I'm really getting more complexity from it. It's not the almond candle that I dream about with a lot of that almond extract. It's not, cherry. It really is, though, like a very savory, caramely, nutty dessert type of scent. I think of like a cookie bar or something like that. Maybe like a turtle bar, but like without no chocolate, just like butteriness. There's very much like a buttery feel to it as well. Buttery, caramely, nut kind of thing. And then again, the closer you get to it while it's burning, the more complex the scent becomes, I swear. And from far away, you just kind of smell caramel. But overall, I decided that, maybe I am an addict, but I decided to go ahead and get 2 more. I know, what the heck? I'm addicted. And I didn't mess around. I was like, you know what? I could try to work out the best way to price these, but I just went in and got 2 and used a 10 off 30, and they ended up being $11.50 each. Now I have 3. I wonder what they're going to do with these at the $8 candle sale. Now, I referenced the $8 candle sale a whole bunch in my last video, and then I had a million comments asking, when is it? When is it? And I really should have clarified that was totally my fault. I don't know when it is, but there's usually a candle one-day sale at the beginning of December, somewhere in the single-digit dates of December. Last year, it was actually $8.50. Back in the day, it was $8.50 last year. This year, I'm hearing, could be just a rumor, but some people are saying they've heard that it's going to be $8.95 actually. So, and that's expected. I would have been surprised actually if it was still $8.50 this year. But $8.95, and you can combine coupons. So I don't know, because that's going to be for the regular priced candles, the ones that are now $22.50. I don't know what they'll do with these. I don't think that they'll make these $8.95 too. If they do, I'm going to be kind of upset that I bought 2 right now. But anyway, point is, I liked it enough that I got 2 more. And I want to give Sean Hearth and Soul a shout out too, because he made the suggestion of burning this alongside one of the new Yankee candles, the Crunchy Pistachio Vanilla. And right now I have just a melt cup, and I did melt this at the same time I was burning this, and they do go really well together. This is like that like I said, buttery, caramely kind of dessert scent. This is more just like pure pistachio. I mean, it's like pistachio pudding, pistachio ice cream, or something like that. So you really just get like the sweet nuttiness from it, but it's good and it does mix really well. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get this in a jar or more milk cups or whatever, but there's more of this in my future as well. That's a good one. So anything else that I need to say about this? Let me think. I don't think so. Oh, well, burn. I haven't really talked about burn because there hasn't been much to talk about. First time to pull out, it took a while. Just this last time I was burning it, the wick started to get a little small. I expect that with any Bath & Body Works candle in its last third. It happens. I wouldn't call it puny wick syndrome yet, but I feel like that could be in the future. However, it hasn't really gotten too dingy at this point. It's still warm, so it looks a little dark, except for around the edges where it's totally solid. But yeah, burn has been fine. If you like sweet, desserty type of scents, I would try this one. Just don't expect a lot of cherry. But let me know, because I feel like this is one that is going to be interpreted differently by different people with different noses, because there's a lot you could get from this. And I don't think it's really a batch variation thing. With this one in particular, I think it's really just a difference in perception. So let me know what you get from this if you've tried it. And I'll be back with more soon. Stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram in the meantime at Candles and Music. Thanks for watching. Bye.